Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. It is currently 9:30 at night. I'm sitting here having me a little cocktail in my new glass. I got this at Walgreens. It was like $5. They had different kinds, but this was the one that I liked the best, and it's just so cute. And I figured I would just play with some makeup. Really don't even know what I'm gonna do. I kind of have an idea, and I have two palettes here that I want to use, but I'm not really sure how this is gonna go. Cheers! I'm gonna go ahead and prime my face first. I think I'm gonna use the Wet n Wild Rose Water Drop Primer. I have a little bit of this left, so I figured I'd go ahead and kind of just use it up. I don't feel like this primer really does anything like to fill in the pores, but it is very hydrating and it feels really nice on the skin. For foundation, I'm gonna use the Maybelline, what is this called? Maybelline Make It Last, Stay All Day. No, Make It Last is Milani. Stay All Day, the shade 220 Natural Beige. So I'm just going to dab that all over the face. Blend it out with my Wet n Wild sponge. Foundation is really good. It has really good coverage, and it's such an affordable foundation. I think I've repurchased this a couple of times now. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows real quick. I want to do a whole like separate video on them, just of like what I've been doing. It's definitely not gonna be like my permanent way of doing my brows, but brows are done. So for today's eyeshadow palettes, I'm gonna be using the Ace Beauté Grandiose palette. I think that's how you say it. I don't know. Like, I think I got this in a BOXY charm sometime last year. And then I'm also gonna use the Milani Pure Passion palette, which I'm pretty sure they still sell this palette at like Walmart and Walgreens. I want to start with this gorgeous dark red right here called Poppy. I think I want to do a halo eye, and I want it to be like a really intense dark red right here in the inner and outer corner. I didn't set underneath. I'm probably gonna have to wipe all that fallout off. It's not a ton, but you know, reds, if you start to blend or try to blend, put concealer on top, it's just gonna turn pink, and that's not cute. Wipe off any excess eyeshadow off that brush, and then just lightly blend the edges, mainly like in the crease. I'm like barely touching it. But just enough for it to like blend out. Now I'm gonna go in with the Milani Pure Passions palette, and I'm going to take this shade right here called Totally Fond of You. Use this in the crease right above that first shade, just to soften that out just a tiny bit. I'll probably go back in with that red. So now I'm gonna take this really dark brown right here called Late Date, and I'm gonna apply this in the inner and outer corner as well. I don't want to take it or blow it out as much as that red. I really want that red to still peek through, and I'm gonna go back in with some more of it anyway. Now let's go back in with that Poppy shade. I cleaned up the fallout. I'm just gonna take my sponge again just to go over where I rubbed off some of that foundation. I'm gonna go in with concealer, so I'm not too worried about it, but I just want to make sure that like everything blends. So in the center, I want to take this color right here. It's like a nice corally, peachy, bright color. It's called Clove. Just as a base, this is like super powdery, but we're gonna be really careful. Not really as bright as I thought it was gonna be. Like when I first apply it, it's okay. I'm gonna take the shade here, and this is called Afterglow, and this is gonna go right in the middle. I'm just gonna use my finger because I feel like these just go on better with your finger. This one has a lot of fallout too. I probably should have waited till I finished the eyes to dust off or clean out any fallout. I want something more like gold or peachy. Maybe this one has something. Yeah, let's try. Yeah, let's go in with Utopia. Look at that. The shimmers in that palette are amazing. Like, I should just gone in with this palette. I don't know what I was thinking. Amazing. So let's just use this brush to buff out the sides. I'm sure if I wet a brush and apply this, it would look even more metallic. These are by the company Lash Me Up. Look at the packaging, super cute. This is the style Lacy. This is what they look like. Very full and voluminous, very pretty. While the glue dries, let's go ahead and contour our face with some cream contour. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow contour stick in the shade Where's Walnut. I love this contour stick. I love the shade. I love the consistency. It blends so nice. It blends it really well, and it's super affordable. Look, you see how like easy that blends? This brush is amazing too. It's the Real Techniques sculpting brush. So easy. I'm gonna take the e.l.f. Camo Hydrating Concealer in the shade Medium Sand. And then with the ColourPop concealer, because this one's a little bit lighter and is a little bit more yellow, this is gonna go in the inner part, like that. A little bit on the nose. I'm gonna take my favorite sponge, the e.l.f. concealer sponge. Just going to blend it out. Let's put on our lashes. I'm gonna go in with some powder and set the concealer. And this is just my mixture of the CoverGirl and the Wet n Wild powder. It's way too much. So now I'm gonna take my big fluffy powder brush and just pat that in. I don't want to apply any more powder because I don't want it to be like super powdery. I just kind of want to set all the creams and the foundation so that we can go on top with like our powder bronzer and stuff. And like always, I'm gonna take the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. Like, why can't I remember what anything is called today? And apply a little bit of that. I'm gonna finish the lower lash line, this dark brown right here, as close to the lash line as possible, but I am going to smoke it out some because I do love a smoky eye. So now we're gonna take that dark red shade, just smoke it out underneath that brown. For the inner corner, I'm gonna use the BH Cosmetics Desert Oasis palette because the shimmers in here are amazing and I can't put it down. This shade right here called Moonscape and a little bit of Bliss. And we're just gonna pop this in the inner corner. Shimmers in this palette are freaking bomb. I'm gonna go ahead and contour. Use the Milani Silky Matte Bronzer in the shade Suntan. For bronzer, I'm gonna take this one right here called Canyon on this Real Techniques brush. I don't even think, oh, it's the 007. Bronze the skin. These are really, really pigmented. So I go in with a super light hand. Okay. Let's apply our highlights. I'm going to take, what am I gonna take? A little bit of Moonscape and Mirage. I'm gonna take the NYX Sweet Cheeks matte blush in the shade, what shade is this? Totally Chill. And then I'm gonna start in the back of my cheek and then slowly bring that towards the front. I'm gonna take the Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Setting Mist. I don't really know if it makes the makeup last, but it definitely makes it look like better, like it sets it, you know. For lips, I'm going to first go in with the Wet n Wild's lip liner, and this is in the shade Lay Down the Moss. The shade Besito by Belleza. Pretty. And I'm just gonna take this in the center, so like here, just like that, and on the cupid's bow. Like that, just in the center. So sad that I have nowhere to go. I'm literally gonna go and wipe this off and wash my face. I'm gonna take some pictures and then it's gonna come off. But I like it. It's cute. I'll leave the website for the lashes in the description, for the lipstick. If you are wondering, the earrings and necklace and the top are from Eloisa store here in Dallas. I'll leave their website linked in the description. I don't know if they're still gonna have them in stock, but if they don't, they still have a lot of other cute things that I'm sure you'll find something that you'll love. So go check them out. Links will be in the description. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys soon in my next video. Bye.